From jet setter to fatherhood. This is my life.
The actresses are needed on set.
Oh no!
Come on, Mia.
You gonna come with me? You gonna come with me? No, you're not. I know you're not.
Come on, little tutela. You ready? Your new car seat's here. Your new car seat's here.
Sorry, I don't
Let's
want
go.
it to Hello. Hey.
This is Stella.
And that's Mia.
Hello.
Melanie.
Welcome.
Okay.
Oh,
JS.
did I introduce JS?
JS.
JS.
Jean-Sebastien.
Oh.
You can say that.
I, again, also go by many names.
You're gonna go, well,
Yeah.
a lot of people are gonna start calling you whatever
Yeah.
I call you now.
Fair enough.
So, JS. You wanna come, Mia, too, in the shot? You feel left out? Come. We are here with the founders and CEOs.
Well, technically, I'm not the founder. My husband's the founder, but we're the owners, or part owners.
Of Clek. And they came to install the new car seats. I'm sure you guys saw my first review before the girls were born on the car seats, and I fell in love with their product. It's made in Canada. It's engineered by like car engineers
Yep.
or something.
Automotive-inspired engineering
You got it.
at Clek.
Yeah,
So,
and also they just look good. And if you guys know, I'm all about looks. Right, Mia? Come on.
she's tired.
Today we will be installing them, and so no more bucket seats, thank God, because they weigh a ton. You want to take her?
If she,
I don't know if she.
babies are scared of me. Hi.
Okay,
Wanna see what's
let's
going
do
on?
this.
Guys ready for your new rides?
Is she more clingy? Which one should we try out in the?
We could try Stella. You want to try Stella? Look at it. Look, Stella. You like it? Okay, so now these, like, so the straps will be.
So what we're trying to do is make sure that the straps fit. So they need to be at harness. The harness needs to be at the shoulder height or below for rear facing.
Okay.
So that's Jess is gonna make sure.
It's always best to just set it up before you put it in the car. It just makes it everything a little easier to make sure you don't have to fiddle with it too much once it's installed.
Okay, so
All
let's
right.
go, Stella. Ready?
Seat.
Wow, look at your new seat.
Oh, wow. Actually, that looks... Can you sit back for me, please? I think it might need to move up just a little bit. So like Jen said, you want these straps to be just at or in the slots just below her shoulders. We'll need to just move it up to the next slot. Her shoulders are just about there, just a
Okay.
little above, so we're just gonna move
So
them
that
up.
should be just above the shoulder.
Correct, so you want it to be at or just below when they're rear facing.
Okay.
Yeah, they're too low. Is her bum all the way back?
It looks
Just
like...
to make sure she's.
Oh, it's okay, I know.
okay,
You're in this
baby.
strange new place.
Okay, so take her out now?
Yeah, you can go ahead and take her out. And I'll show you how to adjust the straps.
It looks like, I don't know, like a rocket ship.
I know, people have said that. So a lot of the designs from automotive, so the headrest is the same as the vehicle headrest. There's one button on the side to move it up and down as the child grows.
It's just like your headrest on your vehicle. So for the straps, to adjust them, all we need to do is slip the ends off of this, what we call the metal harness plate here. Slip them through the plate, pull them through the front of the seat, and then you just simply rethread them through whichever slot you're gonna use. And we determined that this was a slot for her.
Oh, so these are actually can be used for even smaller babies.
Absolutely,
Yes.
it can be used right from birth if you have the infant thingy as well.
So this seat on its own goes from 6 months, 14 pounds, but we have the infant insert for anyone that wants to not use the bucket seat.
Then once you've got them reslid, simply reattach them. Make sure that the strap is all the way in there because you don't want it to slip out, obviously. That's your manual and registration card, always important to have. And if once they get a little bit bigger, you're gonna need to access those higher sets of slots, and to do that, there's a little panel here that you can pop out and access the
That shows it a
sets of
little bit
slots.
easier then.
Okay, yeah.
Back in. All right. So now everything is set up for her, so we can go ahead and install it in the car.
Bucket seats are very, very heavy. So especially when you have twins and you're carrying both of them, it's a lot of weight. So I'm happy that they're growing. So they need new seats. Say goodbye.
We're just talking about how much your daughter loves me.
And she doesn't like anybody.
No, I know, which is funny. People would laugh at me holding a baby because they're like, you never hold babies.
She cries with everybody, but you.
The winner!
Yay, we found a new babysitter. Clek has these amazing which save your seats, which I love my leather, so.
Never a bad idea. So when you're putting the mat thingy, always good to make sure it's not getting in the way of your seatbelt, which no problem here whatsoever.
And so now they're rear facing until.
Ideally, as long as possible until they outgrow the seat's rear facing limits, which would be 43 inches or 40 pounds.
Oh wow.
But you can forward face them at a minimum of 22 pounds and 30 inches, and provided, we usually recommend a minimum age of 2. We've already kind of pretty much preset them up for rear facing, so 2 important things to know if you ever need to install it or reset it up everywhere. There are 2 pieces needed for rear facing. One is a wedge-shaped piece here. That's called the rear-facing base. It just basically props it up to make sure it's at the proper angle for your child. And this baby here, you can kind of see it, is the anti-rebound bar. Anti-rebound bar is something that we kind of brought to the forefront. It's a lot of other companies have adopted, and what it does, it helps provide stability, minimizes rotation and rebound in a collision. It's basically just going to absorb forces of a crash and going to minimize what's transferred to your child. So to start installing, you can do it one of 2 ways. You can install it with the latch belt that's included with the seat, or with your vehicle seat belt. So here we have the rear facing latch belt. So you can use that to install it for a child up to 40 pounds in Canada, rear facing. So since the seat can be used rear facing up to 40 pounds, you can install it with latch really much as long as they're using the seat rear facing. So to do that, first thing you need to do is open up what we call the rear facing lock off, these blue pieces right here. What these do is they tension the belt to make sure it's nice and tight and secured in place. So there are 2 pieces to each lock off. Okay. It's kind of like a ski boot strap, I like to call it. So there's one piece and then the other piece. Okay. And then underneath is a nice rubber pad that's gonna really provide grip against the belt. Here, I'll show you better on this side right here. You can see there's just a little rubber pad there in the channel underneath. It just makes sure that the lock off is gonna press it nice and tight against that belt. You can extend the belt using the belt adjuster mechanism here, like I was doing a little earlier. Just this gray button right here, just push and pull to extend the belt. Then pass each side of the belt through the holes on either side of the seat, which are conveniently highlighted in blue. So that's a good thing to know with car seats. Rear facing belt path is always going to be highlighted in blue, forward facing always in red, so it makes it nice and convenient. Always make sure that the connector is facing right side up, so the symbol will be right side up, and of course the writing will be as well. And you just snap them into your anchors points, which are nice and easily accessible in this vehicle. You'll hear it. Oh, it already clicked into place. There we go. Click. Okay. So now that's done, just snug it up a little bit here. Oh yes, and as I was saying, so when you want to position it, so that you can see on, actually you can see it on this side right here too. There are 2 lines here you can see on the side of the seat. You want to make sure that the line most appropriate for your child is parallel to ground level. So now, best way to kind of tighten that belt, put a firm hand there, push down firmly while you're pulling on that belt. Once your seat's installed, the best way to determine if it's installed snugly is testing it right at the belt pass. So you just kind of grab it at the armrest, give it a wiggle. As long as that base isn't moving more than an inch in any direction, you're good to go. Now, it's just a matter of closing those lock-offs. There we go. And voila. You're good to go. All that's left to do is pop the seat cushion back in. You can do that by kind of aligning these 2 tabs here at the back. The back of the cushion. Make sure you put the crotch buckle through the proper hole. So there are 2 slots for the crotch buckle. Generally, we recommend the rear one for rear facing and the forward one for forward facing, so nice and self-explanatory, but just make sure you always pass it through the same hole on the cushion as well. Got that through here, and just push down the front until it locks into place. And this is the buckle pad, just provide a little extra comfort and protection around the crotch strap. Ready to ride?
There you go. It's inside, you inside. Oh yes. God. You ready? Look at this. You like your new car seat? And then it's the same as the other one in terms of like tightening it, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Feet.
She's like, what is...
My feet down.
You like it? She's comfortable in it.
Did you try, Stella? How was it? Eh?
Did you like it?
I love it.
Okay. Okay, I need to like make a note that Mia does not stay with anybody. She cries with everyone. Just in my arms, she's good. But today,
Ta-da! Super exciting.
okay, so first we adjust.
Do you want to double check her? Because they're not, are they the same height?
We're gonna double check. They are, they're like roughly the same, but like.
But torso height sometimes is different on kids.
Yeah, I think she has longer legs. So this is the.
Yeah. Loosen. Sorry, the strap's in the way. That's why. Right there in that hole.
In this hole?
Yeah, no, in that hole that you're right there. There's a
Push your
switch
finger up
that you
and
can
then-
kind of like lift up. There you go. You got it.
Maybe up one.
Your finger's right on it, right there. Yeah. Just push, press it in and up. Yep, you got it. There you go.
These loosen. Like these things are heavy. They're like heavy duty.
Built like a tank.
Okay, so first I'm clipping them in. Okay, so the right angle. Which one? This one.
Yeah, the higher one. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Meaning what? Pretty close? We'll clearly edit that to make it look like it's gone seamlessly.
Or are we gonna edit it to make it look like you're struggling?
Other
even
hole?
more?
Okay, so that's there. Is that it?
That's it.
That's it. Your
That's
seats
it,
are in.
that easy.
One thing I might say is generally we don't recommend any kind of mirrors or accessories or kind of window hangs or things like that, just because they could become a projectile in a collision and they may distract the driver, of course.
Thank you so much, Jen.
So nice to
Thank
meet
you
you.
so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
And that's it.